Alright, so I know a lot of you guys probably don't know too much about Canadian motocross. So there's been a lot of drama going on with the whole series and everything recently between two teams, or I guess technically like two riders. And we're going to talk about the drama just to fill you guys in on that. I know a lot of you probably don't know about it, and I think it's just going to be interesting to talk about. It'll give me something to talk about. We are here in Seattle for our 450 championship. I think this is what, round 14, I'm pretty sure. So we're getting near Las Vegas, guys. We are getting up there in the championship. We have the points lead, 4 points ahead of Dungey. So yeah, that's going to be going down in this video, probably a 20-second head start. You know what? Someone wanted me to do a 30-second head start, so we'll do that in this episode. Here in Seattle, 30-second head start. We're going to talk about some Canadian motocross drama. Let's get into it. So guys, of course, just like always, if you enjoy at any point in time, smash the thumbs up button for me. Go down there, click the thumbs up, leave a comment down below. If you're new around here, click the subscribe button, become a member of the Goon Squad. It would be much appreciated. Check out the merch, The Once Company. It's linked, the top link in the description, guys. You can go right to the store, right to the website, and purchase some merch. We got hoodies, we got sweaters, we got t-shirts, we got tank tops, we got everything you need on there, so check it out down below. Top link in the description. Now, we got about 15 seconds here before we're about to hit the track for that 30-second head start challenge. And today, guys, we're going to talk about some Canadian motocross, alright? I know a lot of people, it's funny, like when I was at Redbud for donations, a lot of people, oh, this is going to be okay. Yeah, this is about to be, oh no. Oh yeah, that was chaos. Okay, so about a 40-second head start, actually, by the time we got going here. But I learned when I was down south for MX Donations this year at Redbud that a lot of the Americans, they kept asking us about Canadian Moto, and they're like, you guys do Supercross? You guys have Supercross? And let me say this right away. Our Supercross is very comparable to our Arena Cross, which our Arena Cross isn't very big. Like, our Arena Cross is smaller than, I would say it's probably smaller than American Arena Cross. And at the same time, our Supercross is the same size. Like, everything we do is in arenas. Like, we didn't have a stadium for it, and the tracks aren't very big. They're basically just Arena Cross tracks, and they call it, oh my god, we're gooning it up. But they call it a Supercross series, okay? So, today we're going to talk about some drama that went down and the whole shebang, okay? So there are two riders. One rides for, I'm going to keep it simple. I'm not even going to mention like sponsors or anything. Because I just want to keep it simple for commentary purposes, okay? One rider for KTM, Cole Thompson, okay? He is in the 450 class. He is going for the championship. Well, actually, he won the championship, but at this point, he was going for the championship. And there was another rider, Colton Fasciotti, riding for GDR Honda. Okay, so he's riding for the Honda team. Now, the thing that's kind of tricky about this whole situation and everything that's about to happen that I'm going to tell you about is Cole Thompson, so the rider for KTM, is actually related to the owners of the series. So there is $100,000 on the line coming towards the end of the championship here, and everything took place at the second last round. So the last round was actually wow, English is tough. Last round, the very last round where everyone was crowned champions, was actually last weekend, and the round I'm talking about here today was 2 weekends before that, so 3 weekends ago, alright? And it was in Quebec. Now, basically, from the start of the day, things started going weird. There were lots of things going on with like the officials and all that, and I guess like the people at the stadium had them move the finish line and all that due to a weight restriction, which that doesn't really make sense. The series owners, the series runners, went out there and said, you know, okay, there's a communication issue. It's hard to understand the French accents and all that, and we can't really communicate. Siri out here talking to me, but okay, they move the finish line, alright, and things get weird. They end up upping the fine from like $10K to $25,000 for aggressive riding, and this is going to come into play later, okay? So the owners of the series decide, you know what, we're going to up the fine to $25,000 for aggressive riding. And where the tricky thing comes into play is that the Honda rider, who doesn't have any relation to the team, has a chance at winning this championship and getting the $100,000, okay? He has a chance at that. And basically his teammate, who's usually a 250 rider, was gonna ride the 450 class, and then they introduced this penalty. And the whole goal obviously was for their second rider to get out there, try and finish in between him and the KTM rider, right, to kind of create some space and maybe get Colton Fasciotti, the Honda rider, some more points, right? That would make sense. Maybe no takeouts, right? Like no aggressive riding or whatever, but then they go and they up this fine, okay? So they up this fine and they decide, you know what, let's just not even send you out there on the bike, because if anything happens, you know we're gonna get hit with this fine, right? So the guy on the KTM, Cole Thompson, he is basically protected, in my mind, by being related to the series owners. And the Honda riders, alright, so the GDR boys, Colton Fasciotti, he's kind of getting the short end of the stick here. Like, if they did anything, if they sent their rider Dylan Wright out there, who was going to ride a 450 just for that night or just for the end of the series here, if they sent him out there and something happened, you know they were getting fined, okay? You know it was about to happen, because they upped the fine that day, alright? Now, stuff goes down. Oh my god, we just crashed twice in like 2 laps, not even 2 corners. The stuff goes down throughout the day, and it gets to the main event, alright? KTM rider Cole Thompson, who is related to the series owners, gets out there, gets a terrible start, rides aggressive the whole entire race, and when he gets up to Colton Fasciotti on the last lap for the win, I'll play the crash for you guys, I'll show you guys. It's a pretty wild crash. It is like, in one way, a racing incident. Yes, it is a racing incident what happened, but he absolutely cleans the Honda rider. So get this. This is where it gets tricky, okay? So the KTM rider, who's related to the series owners, absolutely cleans out the Honda rider, who is going for the championship and who is his only competition. And you know what happens? Absolutely nothing. No fines, nada, nothing. And it's just kind of a little tricky, because like, he's related to the series owners, so yeah, is there bias? They went on and did like a secondary meeting, board decision and all that to try and figure it out, and it's just too late. Like, even last night was the race, the day of me recording this. It was Saturday night, and it just felt so weird seeing like Cole Thompson out there, who absolutely cleaned out Fasciotti, and no repercussions for it, because we know for a fact, I mean maybe not, but I just feel like if the Honda rider, who isn't related to the series owners, went out and did the exact same thing, he would have got fined. Like, there's no kind of doubt in my mind. They upped the fine for aggressive riding that day because they were worried about the second Honda rider coming out there and getting in the way, being an aggressive rider, and technically, quote unquote, causing problems in the championship. And they up the fine, and then that happens in the race. So I don't know, I just feel like it's kind of biased because the series owners are related to the top rider who went on to win the $100,000. Now, you guys can let me know your opinions on it down below. I feel like I didn't explain that good. I didn't really like think about how I was gonna start and go about that story until like I literally started racing in this race, and then I was like, okay, this is not going good. But hopefully I hit the key points. It gave me something to talk about while we worked our way up to 3rd place after that like 37-second head start challenge. Still got a chance to get up there into the lead though. So I'll play the clip for you guys probably like a bunch of times. I just think it's a little whack. I don't know, it was a dirty pass. Not even necessarily a dirty pass, but it could have went differently. And he already had a points lead at that round. He was already leading, or yeah, he had an 11 points lead when the crash happened. And if the crash didn't happen, if Cole Thompson, the KTM rider, would have just taken second, he would have had an 8-point lead coming in to the final round. So even if he finished like third or fourth behind Fasciotti, the Honda rider, he still would have won the $100,000. No one would have been hurt. There wouldn't have been any drama. But he had to push it. He had to go for the win. And hey, you know what? That's the thing. Like, it is going for the win. Like, I get that. But when you send someone flying off the side of a jump like that, it's just, where's the limit? Where's the boundary? And it's crazy. I don't even know. There's just a little bit of a contradiction, you know, when the fine with the fine being introduced, like that day it was decided that, oh, you know what, we're gonna up this fine from X amount of dollars all the way up to $25,000, and things just went south. Things just went south for that day, the series that day. Like, it just went down the drain. Then of course you have all the fans beefing it out too, like on Instagram, any posts or anything, no one can say anything, or else stuff goes sour. And then actually an old Canadian pro put a post on Instagram kind of just calling out Thompson, the KTM rider. He's always been like an aggressive rider, and he can pretty much do whatever he wants to people, and then whenever someone does something to him, you know, like it's a big deal, but he can go out there and pretty much ride however he wants. It's always been like that. So he kind of called him out, and then guess what happens? So obviously the comments are going off. A lot of people agreeing, like, yeah, you know, KTM rider Thompson, he's a little baby and someone needs to put him in his place, blah 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 blah. How does he get away with all this stuff? And then you have the people that are like, yeah, Thompson, he did what he should have done, blah 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 blah. And guess what, guys? The post gets taken down by Instagram. It gets taken off of Instagram. So he put out a post after that. Again, this old Kyle Keese, this old pro rider, he put out a post just saying, you know, like, you know, it's kind of sad that I can't even, you know, state my own opinion on it. And people were commenting saying that they didn't know the Thompsons ran Instagram too, because, you know, they can do what they want in the series, and then they can do what they want on Instagram, get your posts removed. I don't know, it's just funny. It is just funny. I think there's gonna be drama wherever you go. Whatever happens, there's gonna be some sort of drama. People are gonna make drama whether you like it or not. So I don't even know. It's just, I'm happy the series is over. Honestly, I didn't want it to go on any longer because it doesn't really make a difference in my life. It's not like I wake up like crying over the fact that Fasciotti got hurt, but it's just cringy to Canadians, man, like knowing that that is the level that our sport is at for Canadian motocross. Like, that was Supercross. Like, I don't know, man. The Supercross tracks are definitely arena cross tracks, and just all the drama that happens, like, I don't even know, guys. I don't even know. I hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay. If you did, make sure to smash the thumbs up. We took the lead fairly easily there. We got the win in the race. We're going to have the points lead, and I will catch you guys all in the next round. Peace out.